What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. I want to alert you guys to a pretty shocking and alarming story right now that people are actually losing their homes because of this. And it's because of insurance and the insurance crash going on around the country, where multiple insurance companies are actually going under, and insurance companies are spiking rates across the country. And a lot of it is because of no fault of your own. It's not because of what people are doing. It's actually because of what is happening across the country with multiple wildfires. And we're seeing what is happening right now in Maui, and even the Big Island actually had fires as well, where there's now at least 55 people dead there. Yeah, you can actually see the tree there. It was briefly shown where the tree was actually burned, but it does look like that right there. You can see it that the tree roots and stuff survived. So I'm curious to see if the tree will actually be able to survive through the fire. That's the tree right there. So the tree did get burned and the fire went through it. But as I said, I'm curious to see if it will survive through it. I'm not sure. I'm not a fire expert, but I did visit the famous Redwood Forest. I don't know the name off the top of my head, in San Francisco many years ago for a bachelor party for one of my longtime friends. I'm still friends with, Mark. And for his bachelor party, we actually took a sailboat out, went underneath the um, Golden Gate Bridge. We sailed around Alcatraz. Believe it or not, how cool is this stuff? And we went through the redwood forest there. I can't remember the exact name of which forest it was or anything like that, but I remember seeing these redwoods that were literally, it seemed like as tall as the sky, and these redwoods were as old as time. Maybe I'll see if I can find a picture, if Laurel can find a picture of one. And I remember seeing signs that some of those trees survived through forest fires. So we'll have to see, maybe. So the tree didn't actually burn to dust. So I don't know. Maybe there's a tree expert out there watching in the comment section who can comment more. Will it survive? I don't know. We'll have to see. Only time will tell. Fingers crossed. But yeah, the tree's obviously older than any of us here, but there's at least 55 dead there already, unfortunately, and probably more because there's probably people in the hospital. And the fires are still going on now. Also, so this is going to make insurance rates spike. And we're seeing insurance companies fold, go out of business, and raise rates across the country. You can see this article here from Go Banking Rates, not just Florida and California. You could pay up to 35% more on home insurances in these four states, on top of Florida and California. It's well known and accepted that it's getting harder to find home insurance for houses in the Sun Belt and across California due to increased risks and natural disasters, including hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. When you can find insurance in these regions, it often costs more. I've seen policies for high value homes rise 600% or more. And if you can't pay it, or you can't find it and you don't have insurance, the banks will take your home. And that's what we're starting to see, is that if you, like, for example, here, this person, Lanham, cited one homeowner whose premium went from $12,000 to $72,000. This is just an example. But if you can't pay it or you can't find it, the bank will take your home. The bank that has your mortgage. It's not just states like Florida and California and Louisiana experiencing rising insurance rates. Property insurance rates are likely to rise 25 to 35% across the board next year. Don't even get me started on property taxes. Those are going up across the country as well. Additionally, homeowners might see exclusions in their policies and fewer insurers willing to offer full coverage. Winter storms, including the bomb cyclone that hit the Great Lakes region last year, cost insurers almost $6 billion. Convective storms account for roughly $17 billion in insured losses. Hail damage accounting for more than $11 billion. Texas and Colorado have already seen rate increases due to an increase in severe weather. Managing editor from insurance.com said. Texas has seen a big rate increase as winter weather becomes a bigger risk. Colorado is typically not a state we think about in terms of severe weather, but rates are increasing there as wildfire risk grows. Yeah, so you can see here a lot of states being mentioned. Hub research shows that following states previously considered less susceptible to natural disaster might face rising insurance rates due to an increase in weather-related incidences like Minnesota, Missouri, Indiana, and South Dakota. Other reasons for rising home insurance premiums, not just wildfire and weather-related claims due to rising premiums, it's although also weather is only one component of insurance rates. Inflation, another huge factor in rising insurance premiums. The price of high-end appliances rose 5 to 16%. The cost of building materials rose 4%. For copper electrical, up to an increase of 35% for plumbing materials. Labor costs have also risen for some construction occupants. In Florida, the high cost of litigation against insurance companies has been a big impact on insurance rates. And insurance companies need to take more in premiums than they pay out in losses to stay in the profit. And this is why we're seeing a lot of people dropped from their insurance, just straight dropped. Not even just increases in costs, but dropped. We're seeing articles like this where at least four, because this is from a month ago, 4 major insurance carriers just straight up left Florida saying, we're done. We're just completely done with the whole state. And Florida is one of the largest population states that there is. They're just straight up done. Yeah, and banks will take your home if you're not insured. And the problem with this is several fold. Rates are spiking and getting unaffordable for a lot of people. And also, some states are becoming uninsurable for a lot of carriers where some people can't even find insurance. Or there's so many carriers leaving the state that there's very few choices, and the choices that are available are extremely expensive. And as we're seeing more and more insurance companies go out of business, that even makes very few choices even left as well. And if you just see my other previous video, we're expecting a very high hurricane season because of El Nino. I'll link to that video here as well. There's just too much stuff going on. I do want to let you know about this here. This is a favorite of my wife and mine's here. Take a look at this. Tonight will be the peak of the Perseid meteor shower, and this weekend as well. Also, it will continue to go on for several days. So if you want to go out tonight in the night sky and look up into the night sky, you could potentially see the Perseid meteor shower, up to 1 meteor per minute. It is one of the highlights of the entire summer for meteors. Yeah, the Perseid meteor shower will peak this weekend as Earth makes a yearly dive through the debris left by a comet 109p Swift Tuttle. The peak activity of the Perseid meteor shower will occur at 0400 and Sunday, August 13th. But honestly, it's really through this whole weekend. So really, you can just kind of look up there anytime this weekend. The Perseids are a yearly highlight for meteor hunters who, in the right conditions, can see as many as 100 fireballs and light trails per hour from the meteor shower, according to the Royal Museums Greenwich, with even more potentially visible at the shower peak. This year's Perseid meteor shower active between July 17th and August 24th. Perseus takes its name from the fact that its meteors appear to streak towards Earth from the constellation Perseus. And you can look towards Cassiopeia or towards constellation Perseus. Astronomers call the point from which meteors appear to stream the radiant. This means the best time to see Perseid meteor shower is when the radiant in Perseus is above the horizon. So generally look in the sky for Cassiopeia, which is the W in the sky. The Perseids are generally in that direction. If you see the W in the sky, it's kind of a star formation of a W. If you see that, you're generally looking in the right area, but you'll see meteors all kind of in that direction. You got to look for several minutes. They say 1 per minute or 100 per 100. What was it? 100 per hour. But it doesn't mean you're going to see them all the time. And generally, the darker the area, the better. So you can kind of go towards a dark area, turn off the lights in your home, and you'll see them better. Let me know if you've seen them in the past or if you're going to go out there and see them here. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country and around the world on a daily basis. If you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on anything. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for liking, and please share these videos so other people can see this information. Click here to see the massive fires going on right now, or click here to see the new announcement that is going to affect millions of Americans. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.